Hello, people of food literacy. I am your speech master here. This is going to be not a lot on the irrigation. The first half is just going to be me talking about a bit of history of the Roman Empire. Kayvon's going to take the irrigation part. This is kind of to fill up space, but more the better information in my opinion. So, basically, let's just get on to it. Let's start off with the timeline, shall we? Rome is founded. Rome was founded by Romulus. Romulus was the first of 7 Roman kings. The original name of Rome was Roma. 509 BC, Rome becomes a republic. The last king is expelled, and Rome is now ruled by senators. There's a constitution with laws, and Rome becomes a complex republican government. 218 BC, Hannibal invades Italy. Hannibal leads the Carthage army to attack Italy. This becomes part of the Second Punic War. 45 BC, Julius Caesar becomes the first dictator of Rome. Julius Caesar defeats Pompey in a civil war. He becomes the supreme ruler of Rome. This is the end of the Roman Republic. Here are Sosigenes, an Egyptian astronomer, to work out a new 12-month calendar. 44 BC, Julius Caesar is assassinated. Julius Caesar is assassinated on the Ides of March by Marcus Brutus. They hope to bring back their republic, but instead, a civil war breaks out. 27 BC, the Roman Empire begins. Octavius appoints himself Augustus, which means the first emperor. 64 AD, much of Rome burned. Nero set fire to Rome and blames the Christians for it. 80 AD, Colosseum is built. The Colosseum was built in 80 AD. The completion of the Colosseum was celebrated with 100 days of games. The Romans invade Scotland in this time as well. 122 AD, the Hadrian Wall is built. The Hadrian Wall was built in 122 AD. It was a long wall built across northern England in an effort to keep the barbarians out. 306 AD, Constantine becomes emperor. Rome becomes a Christian empire. Before this, Rome persecuted the Christians. Constantius dies, and his son Constantine is the new vice emperor of Galerius. 380 AD, Christianity. Theodosius proclaims Christianity as the sole religion of the Roman Empire in 380 AD. 395 AD, Rome splits. In 395 AD, Rome split into 2 different empires, the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. Each side had a ruler in charge of it. The Roman Empire was split by Theodosius. 410 AD, the Visigoths sacked Rome. This was the first time in 800 years that the city of Rome has fallen to an enemy. It was a huge uproar. 476 AD, end of the Western Roman Empire and the fall of ancient Rome. The last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustus, is defeated by German Goth Odoacer. This is the start of the Dark Ages in Europe. 1453 AD, the Byzantine Empire ends. The Byzantine Empire comes to an end as it falls to the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Turks capture Constantinople, and 1453 AD, or 1453, it is renamed Istanbul in 1930. Wow, that was actually very few mistakes, so yay!
What kinds of food did the Romans eat? For breakfast, they had bread, eggs, cheese, milk, or wine. For lunch, they had fruits and wine. And for dinner, they had beef, pork, chicken, mutton, and fish. The poor Romans ate a vegetable stew called pottage with cheap salted bread. Roman irrigation systems originally modeled their systems off of the Greek ones. If there were no natural sources of water near a Roman farm, they made trenches in the ground to carry their water to their farms, and they had sprinkler systems. The Latin word aqueducts, which itself is from the roots aqua, meaning water, and ducere, meaning to lead. They got their water from spring water and it would travel miles to get to its destination. They used gravity to have the water flow. All of the aqueducts are at a slight tilt. The Persian cuisine was influenced by Egyptian and Greek cuisine. The foods that they ate and still do eat are usually meat like kebab or kubide, which is beef kebab with white rice on the side. Persian irrigation systems are qanats. Qanats are a series of underground wells that carry spring water to the city. Only one person constructed a qanat at a time, only big enough for one person to dig. They were usually built where it was very dry, and then people could live in the desert-like environments. Some qanats are still used today, but usually used for irrigation. In the 1980s, a government-issued program in Oman renovated and repaired some qanats.